Okay, take two of doing this video because audio issues. The audio for the video just kind of stopped being synced with the video for whatever reason, and normally I would just leave it as is, but it got to a point where the audio was so far ahead of the video that it just became ridiculous. Also, towards the end of my original video, I just had a complete fucking amnesia moment where I completely forgot what I was talking about mid-sentence, and I almost looked like I was a stranger in my own home. It was weird. I might put it in this video, but it was weird. So I guess to get on topic, Tomb Raider. I've been dabbling in Rise of the Tomb Raider, even though it's not a new game, because, I guess, spoilers, I'm going to be doing Tomb Raider 2013 Definitive Edition for my 15th Let's Play. And little heads up, this was the first full Let's Play I did with my new commentary recording style, where I record my commentary with my phone, and then I just sync it up with the video. There's a couple of points in almost every video where the audio is not completely synced up with the video. It's synced up for the most part, except for one video where I just did not sync it up right for whatever reason, and I don't have the original videos anymore without the commentary. I'm gonna make a point to save the originals without the commentary in the future, just in case shit like this happens. But anyway, back onto Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Oh my fucking god, I love it. I love everything about it so far. I love how it's far more difficult than the first game. Because that was one criticism I had about the first game, is it seemed a little too easy. The puzzles are way fucking easy, except for one or two of them. And it's the combat is so much harder than the first game. Inventory management is such a big deal in this one. This Rise of the Tomb Raider reminds me a lot of Breath of the Wild. And as you all know, I love Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is the best Zelda game that has come out. Not my favorite. Twilight Princess still holds that because because Breath of the Wild doesn't have Midna, and I love Midna. So also it doesn't have the darker story of Twilight Princess. Even though I'd say Majora's Mask is probably darker, but anyway, just like in Breath of the Wild, everything matters. Rise of the Tomb Raider is kind of like Breath of the Wild for Tomb Raider. It forces you to go about combat in a completely different manner. Because in the first game, if you were out of your league and you attacked enemies, you could just hightail it out of there for the most part in many points, and eventually the enemies would just lose interest in you. Not in this game. In Tomb Raider, in Rise of the Tomb Raider, if you attack an enemy and they see you, you better get the fuck... You are screwed. Running away, that's not gonna do shit. These enemies will hunt you down, and there's nowhere you can fucking hide. I've tried. Hiding in the bushes after they see you, they'll just pull your ass right out. Hiding in the trees, your ass is grass. It's just, you are screwed. You pretty much gotta perfect the art of aiming to get them, and even stealth kills are very important now. Like, if there's an enemy, even if you don't see the enemy, if they see the body, they will be alerted to what's up. And they will start checking, like, places that you would hide in are no longer safe if they see the body. The one thing I think is weird is that after you kill somebody, you can't just move them into the bushes unless you did a stealth kill in the bushes where their bodies are then hidden in the bushes. That's kind of weird. Kind of wish there was kind of like the Evil Within thing where you can just pull out a match and then like fucking light their bodies on fire so there's nothing. Kind of wish that was a thing, but it works pretty good for the most part. I love how the combat is much harder. The graphics are so much better than the first game. It's not even funny because like the definitive edition had really good graphics except for the fire, which was very flat and 2D and didn't move as fluidly as everything else. It was really good though. Even the wolves are a lot more aggressive now. Because now, instead of like fighting one or two of them at a time, you can fight like 4, maybe, I fought 10 not too long ago. And it was tough. It was tough, because like these fuckers will, these guys are a lot more, not hands-on, these guys are a lot more like ruthless than before. Like before they would just attack you and then back off. No, these things, because there's so many of them, they'll attack and back off, but then as one of them backs off, another one will attack you. So you are screwed in many points if you do not know what you're doing. It's ridiculous. Like in the first game, unless it was required, I never went out of my way to shoot like deer or rabbits or anything, because I never really saw a need to. In this game, I feel a need to, and I like it, because there's so many places to hide, it makes just shooting enemies all the more. I think part of it is because now when you kill enemies, now instead of just gaining experience, that you could get more experience from just killing enemies in a certain way or doing tombs. Now you can get materials out of them. And materials in this game are also very important because you can craft weapon ammo, you can craft healing items, you can craft stuff for upgrades. And also, you can go, I'm going to get to a point later, there's a point where you can like get gold coins to spend on further upgrades and items from a bad guy that just sells you shit, pretty much. And I love that. It encourages more exploration. It's part of the reason why I don't completely hate the core arcs in Breath of the Wild. Because, like, when you run out of weapon storage in Breath of the Wild, that encourages you to go look for more core arcs so you can increase your inventory space. And it's like, yeah, after like the first 500 or so, they're just kind of pointless and don't really serve a purpose other than bragging rights. But I still felt the want to go after them even after getting to a point where they were just for bragging rights. I still went after them, and I think I might do the same here in Tomb Raider, in Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's just really good. I love puzzles. That's part of the reason why I love the Zelda franchise so much. I love puzzles. I love figuring out how everything works and putting it together in my head. And then seeing that translate, even if it's a puzzle that's really hard and it's going to take me a couple of days, I still love it. Because I love that aha moment when the pieces fit and you have only yourself to thank for it. I I may or may not have stolen that from Sequelitis. I love that. It's like a puzzle can be like anything. It can be like just like a little jigsaw puzzle. It can be how you relate to the enemies, like how you deal with the enemies. You see the puzzle pieces and you just gotta fit them together. And that's part of why I like Breath of the Wild and this game so much, is because each enemy is like its own puzzle. You gotta figure out, okay, there's like 15 enemies. If I alert one, the others are gonna come after me. So I gotta figure out how to kill each one in such a way that I don't end up dead. So it's like that. It's like that. And like kind of like how Zelda 1 had its enemies. It's super good. It's like I was always that weird kid that was always like really happy whenever he got a Rubik's Cube, or I have a Rubik's Cube here somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it went, but I have one here somewhere. I was always that weird kid that was always really happy whenever he got one of those twisted nail puzzles, or that one puzzle with the twisty things, and you gotta figure out how to get this one thing all the way over here, but the things won't let you do it unless you do it a certain way. Because I love puzzles. Which is weird, because whenever I play games, I just kind of shut my brain off for the most part, unless it's a Zelda game or something of that matter. And it's just Tomb Raider. Also, with Rise of the Tomb Raider, I really feel like I am exploring and discovering things. Because like the game does not hold your hand at all. There are many points, like there's the usual, like, here's what this button does, and I really wish I could shut that off because it just annoys me so much. Breath of the Wild doesn't do this shit. It pretty much just tells you, and it pretty much just does this on the Great Plateau, and that's it. Like you pick up a branch, and then it's like, oh, this is a one-handed weapon, okay? You pick up another one-handed branch. Oh, this is how you switch between weapons on the fly? Okay. And then they do the same thing for bows and shields and, like, recovery items and stuff. But that's about it. I really wish this game would take from that. Even though I'm pretty sure this game came out before Breath of the Wild. What was it? Shadow of the Tomb Raider? Is that the third one? I really hope that learns from Breath of the Wild and takes a few things from it. Although one thing that makes this game a little bit more accessible than Breath of the Wild is it doesn't have the breakable weapons. Fuck you guys who hate that. And it's just so good. I love Rise of the Tomb Raider. The music, the voice acting. The characterization, aside from what they did to Jonah, and I will get to that. It's just so damn good. I can't wait to do this for a Let's Play, because you guys know, I'm going to be doing this for a Let's Play. Because like I did 2013 Tomb Raider, and that was really fun to do. I think by evidence of me just completely having an amnesia moment where I just completely forgot what I was talking about mid-sentence, I think you guys know that I have a pretty crappy memory. And there are many points in the 2013 Tomb Raider where I completely forgot what to do. And solving the puzzles again was so much fun. And I can't wait to do that again for Rise of the Tomb Raider. And, like, I'm playing on one of the more difficult. I went straight into, like, the harder difficulties. Because like, I was just that cocky asshole who was like, okay, I played the first game. I don't need the training wheels. I kind of think it's like Zelda 1, being dumped into a situation that hard, that early, makes it even more fun. I don't even mind that I've died, like, I want to say over 5 times, maybe. I'm not that far into it. I want to say I'm a 7 or 17, somewhere around there, percent of the way through. It's just, yeah, it's awesome. So I think that'll be the end of the video. What do you guys think of Rise of the Tomb Raider? And, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. What the hell am I talking about? I completely forgot what I was talking about. I'm not making this up. I was talking about... I completely forgot what I was talking about. I guess whatever... Joke about whatever I was talking about, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna watch this video to figure out what I was talking about, and probably seek help. This has never happened to me before, at least I don't think so. Bye.